From sprinting away from the pro boxer Floyd Mayweather to challenging him to a boxing match, Jake Paul is now feuding with the pretty boy. Here's why the YouTuber turned boxer called out Floyd Mayweather. Paul recently took to Twitter and challenged the 46-year-old athlete to a real boxing match. A fight between the two had been in the talks before, but nothing was ever signed on paper. That's because there's a slight issue. Paul and Mayweather can only have an exhibition match. Why, you ask? Well, it's because of the weight disadvantage between the two. Floyd's body doesn't allow him to bring it down to 190 pounds, so they can only have an exhibition fight, and Mayweather loves those. After he retired from his pro boxing career, the Michigan native has been all about exhibition fights with MMA stars, influencers, retired boxers, and more. And all he cares about now is making big bucks. I mean, it makes sense because the star retired with a 50-0 pro boxing record with 27 knockout wins. He's got nothing more to prove.
Canelo, but Mayweather comes back. You can't beat Floyd Mayweather. What Floyd has. He's hungry.
But Paul's just at the start of his boxing career, and exhibition matches aren't his cup of tea, and he wants to take on the boxer one-on-one, as he tweeted. "Come see me in the ring, a real fight, no exhibition robbing fans BS."
Yeah, we need to see a separation between these guys. Hector a fool has deducted 1 point from Jake Paul from both of them.
This came after Mayweather tried to jump the former Disney star outside an NBA game with his crew of 50 people. So what really happened outside the Miami Heat versus Cleveland Cavaliers game? Well, let's just start by saying that it wasn't the greatest day for Paul. In a recent viral video, you can see Paul walking out of the basketball game, only to be surprised by some unexpected company. And in all fairness, I don't think anyone was expecting Mayweather and his entourage of 50 people. They pulled up from a side alleyway and started taunting the Bizarre Vark star for his loss to Tommy Fury by a split decision last month. Yeah, Jake lost his undefeated title when he fought the Love Island star in Saudi Arabia, and he's been under a lot of pressure since. And it didn't help when Mayweather's people threatened to bust the YouTuber. What happened next only made things worse for the problem child. He slowly backed away from the crowd and ran for his life. I mean, I'd believe he was a track and field star just by looking at the video. The clip spread like wildfire on the internet, and many of Paul's foes started taking shots at him. His biggest enemy, British YouTuber KSI, of course, didn't let the opportunity to mock him slip away, and he tweeted, "She's a runner, she's a track star." Paul posted a video explaining himself and said that he wasn't scared. I mean, it's okay even if you were, Jake. Floyd Mayweather and 50 other people wanting to beat you up can be intimidating for anyone. The American YouTuber said that he wasn't dumb enough to fight 50 guys and is ready to take on Mayweather alone in a boxing match. But what did the problem child do that triggered Mayweather to bring in 50 guys to face the Ohio native? Jake Paul stole Mayweather's boxing cap, and it may have been the star's favorite hat. I mean, it had to be his favorite because why else would it make money this mad, right? What really went down was that Mayweather had an exhibition fight with Jake's brother, Logan Paul. Yeah, Jake isn't the Paul family member who originally had beef with the former pro boxer. It was Logan. They fought in 2021, and since there were no knockouts, no official winner was read. But oh boy, Logan was sure he won. So where does Jake come in on all of this? Right before his brother fought Mayweather, Jake snatched his baseball cap. According to the athlete, the Ohio native crossed a line by doing that. And it may have made him so mad that the word on the street says Floyd still hasn't given Logan his share of the money made in the bout. It's $15 million. So I'm sure Logan isn't going to just forget about it, right? Safe to say that the Pauls just weren't on good terms with Mayweather, and it only made things worse when Jake called him out last year for ruining his legacy.
Boy, Jake Paul has to contend with a major gash on his forehead.
Yeah, this isn't the first time the content creator has called Pretty Boy out. Last year in September, Jake said that Floyd was only ruining his reputation. He said that the pro boxer was fighting no-name guys and wasting his fans' time and money.
What about the side?
Yeah, I think it's becoming obvious he said, no, we said it going in. Mayweather's better be served at 140.
According to him, it's an important issue, as he then said, "I can't believe what's going on in the world. I can't believe this is real. Come on, Paul. It's not like Mayweather's lost any of his exhibition matches. They all ended up in wins for the athlete, or just weren't officially scored." When Jake said all this, he was pretty interested in fighting the pro boxer. "Floyd, I will fight you. And you know that's one of the biggest fights to make in boxing." But again, it all comes down to one thing. He doesn't want to do an exhibition match. The Ohio native said that Mayweather didn't care about the weight difference between him and his brother Logan Paul. But it was an exhibition match, Jake. He'll fight you too if you agree to it. But with all the drama going on, it looks like they might step into a boxing ring sometime soon. And as we all know, Jake really needs that win to shut the critics. Imagine ruling the world of influencer boxing and then losing to the first pro boxer you fight, especially after you called the boxer you lost to trash in front of the entire world. Yup, it doesn't look good on paper, and Jake needs to fix it one way or another. His loss to Tommy Fury is really a blow to his growing boxing career. I mean, we all thought he was going to win, didn't we? With all that training and trash talking, even Drake was on his side, and then he lost, giving the critics so much more to talk about. So, if he somehow wins against Floyd Mayweather, things will be all rainbows and sunshine once again for him. But it's a big risk because winning from the money won't be a piece of cake at all. Jake would need to train for like 6 months and not take this fight lightly at all, because he took Tommy Fury lightly, and look at where that got him. Nowhere. Paul's got a long way to go before he gets to the pro level, and he needs to either stop making big claims till then or take risks and fight the big guys. Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather will give him a chance to right his wrongs if he wins, but that will kind of change his plans a bit, because the number one thing on his mind after his loss to Fury was a rematch. Paul said that he lost because he just wasn't himself in the fight and wants another chance. No worries for him, because the contract did in fact have a rematch clause, and Paul wanted to activate it as soon as possible, and even Tommy agreed to it. The Love Island star believes he can take Paul down again and maybe have a knockout victory this time. But ever since the little altercation outside the Miami Heat game, Paul's priorities have changed, all thanks to Floyd Mayweather. According to inside sources, Paul's schedule for 2023 is looking something like this: Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather, Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury 2, and Jake Paul versus KSI. But as of now, all he needs is a win over Mayweather. That's all for Why the Problem Child called out Floyd Mayweather.